Hello everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we have learned how to create our peer connection and prepare to start negotiating. In this video we are going to write the functions about the negotiation and start negotiating. So to do that I'll create the function called public void call. Inside it we'll have a target string. So there are two important steps when you want to start a call or answer a call. The first one is to create a session description of type answer or offer, and then you have to set that session description inside your peer connection as the local description and then transfer it to the other peer. So to do that, first you have to wrap it inside a try catch block, and using peer connection we want to create an offer, and for the SdpObserver I'll simply pass my SdpObserver class and then override onCreateSuccess. And for the constraints, as you can see, I want to create a media constraint up here like this. Private media constraints is equal to new media constraints, and inside the constructor I want to add some mandatory to it. New media constraint key value pair and offer to receive video and set it to true. So right here I'll just pass it to it. After creating a session description, I want to set it inside my peer connection, set local description, and set this description as a local description. And for the observer, I'll create another my SdpObserver object and I'll write onSetSuccess method. It means that I actually misused them. I should switch them. My observer is first argument and session description is second argument. So after setting this session description as our local description, it's time to transfer it. So it's time to transfer this SCP to other peer. So to do that, I'll create a interface named listener, and it will have a function on transfer data to other peer, and it will get a data model, and it also has to be public. So let's go up here and create our listener as well. So public listener, and inside here we'll check if listener is not null. Then we want to use transfer a new data model, and the target is going to be target, sender is username, data is going to be session description, and the type is going to be data model.offer, and it's going to be exact same for answer. I'll just copy and paste it. So we will create an answer, and whenever this session description is generated using this media constraint, so we want to set it as our local description like this, and whenever the set success happens we want to transfer it to other peer, and using this data only the data model is going to be answer. And whenever other peer receive the remote SCP, we should create a function and call it public void onRemoteSessionReceived. We will get a session description as argument, and all we need to do is use peer connection and set remote session description and pass our session description to it. And it's going to need observer as well, so I'll simply create a new my SdpObserver, and I don't want to observe anything. And in case of receiving or generating an addIceCandidate, I want to create a function. First one is addIceCandidate. It's going to get an addIceCandidate as the argument, and all it needs to do is to add addIceCandidate and pass this one to it, and it has to be void. The next function is going to be void as well, and send addIceCandidate. All we need to do is get that addIceCandidate and get the target string. The first thing, we need to add it inside our PeerConnection using addIceCandidate function, and then using listener, first we will check if listener is not null. Then we wanna use it and transfer the new data model to other peer. The target is going to be target, sender is username, data is going to be JSON, which I don't have it here. I should create it up here. Private final JSON. JSON is equal to new JSON. Let's go back here and convert it to JSON and pass the addIceCandidate to it. And for the data model type, it's going to be data model.addIceCandidate. And we're going to need some more helper function like public void switchCamera, and it's going to use video capture.switchCamera, pass null to it, and toggleVideo, it's going to get a boolean, should be muted, using local video track, and set enable to this should be muted. Also will be same for our toggleAudio and local audio track, and set enable to the incoming variable. And one last function to close the whole WebRTC process would be something like this. We wanna wrap it inside a try catch block like this, then print extract trace. And inside here we wanna use local video track and dispose, video capture, stop capture, video capture.dispose, and PeerConnection.close. Okay, so that's all we need for our WebRTC client. In the next video, we are going to actually start negotiating with other peer and start a video call. So till the next video, see you everyone.